Okay. Triple Crown is now 8 days away, and this is our third and final Triple Crown prep video. And today we're talking about 3 things that you need to bring to every match, especially when you're tired, frustrated, or things aren't going your way. So if you missed our first 2 Triple Crown prep videos, those links will be in the description. I will highly encourage you guys to go check out those videos. We talked about 4 things that you must do prior to Triple Crown. A lot of that is emails, university athlete, things like that. In the second video, 16 days away, we talked about how to react to college coaches being at your court and what you needed to do about that. And this is the final piece, because college coaches aren't coming to your court just to evaluate your skill. They're coming to evaluate how you compete. So the first thing that college coaches are coming to watch is your intensity. Volleyball is a very physical sport. It's also an emotional sport. The other team is going to score. You're going to make mistakes. And Triple Crown weekend, because there's a lot of really competitive teams, there can be a ton of different momentum shifts and swings. You might be staring a loss in the face, down at match point. What does your intensity look like in that situation? Are you putting yourself in a position to rip off a run and then help your team win 26-24? Or sometimes you might be up really big in a set and then all of a sudden it gets tied. That's the sport. So intensity is 2 things. It's physical intensity, your effort, your movement, your transitions, your aggressiveness, but it's also your mental intensity, your ability to reset fast after an error, after a bad call, even when you're frustrated, even when you're up, even when you're down. Are you playing with that mental intensity through the entire tournament weekend? Okay, number 2 is energy. Not everyone has the same personality, and that's fine. Everyone is a little bit different. I am definitely an introvert. I know a lot of people don't maybe realize that about me, but walking into a convention center full of several thousands of people is not my favorite thing to do. But I do enjoy my work and my job. And luckily for me, there's a lot of people in that convention center. I know, so we make it work. But it's definitely not my favorite thing. Trust me. So we all have different personalities. You don't always have to be the loudest, jumpiest, cheeringest person on your team or on the court, but you cannot be the person who drains the energy from your team. At big tournaments, the best teams do small things on purpose. They get to the huddle quickly. Passers connect before every serve and serve receive. You stay engaged, setters between points. They look like they actually want to be together and compete together. One of the things that I look at when I'm watching teams play is I watch how they come to the timeout together and then how they interact with each other while they're in the timeout, while they're listening to their coach. There's lots of teams that I watch at club tournaments that they look like they do not want to be around each other when they're at a timeout. And that says a lot to me. Energy can get zapped really fast over 3 days. And it only takes one person not buying in for everyone else to waste energy trying to pull them back up. Okay, number 3 is purpose. This is where a lot of teams and individuals struggle at qualifiers. You walk in with one goal, get a bid, win the tournament, whatever it is, and sometimes that goal disappears early, like on day 1. So you need more than one purpose for the entire weekend. Have goals you can control in every single match. Defensive goals, first contact, passing, communication, offensive goals. Are you running your system the way that you are supposed to? Are you being aggressive in transition, or are you tipping and roll shotting all the time in transition? Team goals like communication, body language. That's a big one that you have control over. Responding to runs, making sure that the other team isn't earning 3 points in a row. Individual goals. Are you serving the zones that your coach is asking you to do? Are you being a great teammate? Point in, point out. Is it hard to play with purpose? Yes, it is. And sometimes you have to spend a little bit of time going through the goals and things that you want to accomplish over the course of the weekend and picking goals that you can actually control. That's one of the hard parts. Remember that focused, determined athletes stand out, especially when the match isn't perfect. If the bid isn't realistic, do you still look like someone a coach wants? So to answer your question, yes, these are all things that college coaches are coming to your court, like we talked about last time, coming to your court to evaluate. And they're trying to notice. Energy, intensity, and purpose are all things that college coaches are looking for when they come watch you play. If your energy is flat, they're going to see that. If you look like you don't have a purpose on the court, they'll see that. And especially for positions like liberos or setters. If a coach is watching you in that jersey or as the setter, either running a 5-1 or a 6-2, it doesn't really matter. If a coach is watching you in that role and you don't look connected and you don't look engaged, then it's going to discourage them from recruiting you. So ask yourself these questions and have this mindset going forward into Triple Crown. Am I playing determined volleyball? Am I communicating and encouraging my teammates? Do I bring some intensity to every match? These are things that you can put on a little note card, stick them in your bag, some reminders about how you need to react to the different situations on the court, being a good teammate, playing with intensity, right? Just give yourself those reminders. There's some easy ways to do that. So that's the final piece of Triple Crown prep. We talked about all of the kind of physical stuff that you need to be doing. We talked about how to act when college coaches at your court. And then finally in this one, this is the mindset mentality prep that you can have for Triple Crown and any other qualifier or big tournament where you're going to be in front of college coaches. The mental prep, the mindset is very important to you, not only just being successful and you being a good teammate, but also when college coaches come to your court, they're going to notice whether or not you're playing with purpose, intensity, and energy. If you missed part 1 or 2 of the Triple Crown prep, I would encourage you to go back and watch those. Those links will be in the description, and I will see you guys in Kansas City in about a week. If you are going to be there, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in KC.